grandparents or in-laws involved with raising your child.
Because, in Malaysia, it's normal for our parents to be caregivers to our children. And in fact, we often catch ourselves saying things like, they're just spoiling the kids or they're becoming brats. Why do grandparents not enforce their way of parenting their kids?
I think part of it is because it's sort of the out of sight, out of mind that comes with parenting, right? I mean, anyone who has a child will know that the child behaves completely differently when they're maybe at home and having to do the day-to-day things that they don't enjoy, right? But then when you're seeing strangers or aunts and uncles or teachers at school, you will often have them see sort of a snapshot of what the child is like because you don't see often as much frequency and because it's an environment that is removed from, so grandma and grandpa's house is removed from the place where all the stuff like homework and not the fun stuff, being having to brush your teeth and go to bed early, all the things they don't enjoy are often removed when you're in grandma and grandpa's house. They're seeing it sort of as not say an exciting place, but a place that's more enjoyable. And so the behavior will often replicate that. So when grandparents see a snapshot of what the child is like,
转进去。
我看没有前面呐，走进去这样晒。
不可以在里边说。
不是，我看不到这边晒。
It's like an escape from rigidity, rules and stuff like this in a way.
Exactly, because ultimately the kids, I mean, some kids do live with their grandparents, surely, and I do find that some grandparents have to take on the disciplinary role in those setups. But generally speaking, going to grandma or grandpa's is an escape because you have all the treats that you want because they're not usually as available at home, and so moms and dads will often be the enforcers, the bad cops, and then grandmas and grandpas will be the good cops, and so that's why I think you see the pattern.
Because it's always the parents who are shouting and screaming at the kids to get ready so they can drop them off at the grandparents' house. Sort of the time-pressing appointments are, dealt with by the parents. But in the greater scheme of things, like what would actually be considered as spoiling the kids when it comes to the dynamic between grandparents and parents?
I mean, I'm all up for having grandparents be the ones that kind of sneak their kids treats all the time. I mean, my grandma was notorious for always sneaking me a Kopiko candy whenever my parents said no. But ultimately, I'm completely fine with that. But I think the part where it becomes dysfunctional is when grandmas and grandpas directly go against rules and regulations or disciplinary actions that moms and dads have set in. So, for example, screen time is a really big